Hi everyone, we are here in Chantelle's flat in Purton, Wiltshire, to share with you our March song, which is Bold Sir Rylas.
We had intended to sing this outside, and we did actually find a lovely site with all the blackthorn blossoms looking beautiful, and then it decided to absolutely bucket it down. So that's why we're here in the dry in my home. We are looking at a song that was collected by Alfred Williams in December 1915 from Daniel Morgan. And Daniel lived in Purton in the latter part of his life, so that's why we're recording it here, although when Alfred collected the song he was living just down the road in Braden. Now, in Folk Songs of the Upper Thames, Alfred Williams does talk about these lovely evenings that he spent with Daniel and his wife Elizabeth in their little cottage in the winter, listening to Daniel singing these songs while the old man was whittling away clothes pegs while sitting on a stool. And it sounds all very bucolic and lovely. So it's quite a nice image that Alfred creates. Although I'm sure it would have been slightly less bucolic and more cold in the winter. Daniel was born in Abingdon in the mid-1850s, but quite early on in his life he and his family moved to Cheltenham. In 1875 he married Elizabeth Dawes, and they had 11 children in their marriage, although only 7 of them made it to adulthood from the looks of things. In the 1877 census, he is mentioned as being a labourer, but for all the other censuses, he is either put down as being a dealer or a hawker, so someone who sells things, which would go very well with the witty and vivacious personality that Alfred describes him as having. In the 1911 census, he is noted as living at Malthouse Farm, which is on Hogs Lane in Purton, and he was put down as a marine dealer, which seems a bit odd, living in the middle of a landlocked county, but that's what he was, so we're gonna go with that and just put it down to another part of the idiosyncrasies of Daniel Morgan's life. Another one of those idiosyncrasies was in 1897. He was incarcerated in the old county jail in Gloucester on the 1st of March, where he then spent the next 3 weeks because he was caught stealing lead, which was, I think he probably got off very lightly with just 3 weeks. Daniel Morgan died in 1925, which was 10 years after Alfred Williams collected this song from him.
So, Bold Sir Rylas is a version of the Child Ballad 18, Sir Lionel. This has popular variants on both sides of the Atlantic, and often these feature a wise woman of the woods telling a hunter that there is a ferocious pig nearby. Rather than being scared, the hunter then decides to test his skill and hunt the pig, and that's what happens in our version. We have used the tune that was collected in 1905 from Mrs. Mellor from Dilwyn in Herefordshire. The tune was a little bit jolly for the subject matter, we thought, so we've put it into a minor key, but we've kept the nonsense words that go on throughout it, which we think are reminiscent of a hunting horn.
As ever, if you know anything more about the song or the singer, please get in touch with us either on our social media accounts or by commenting below this video.
Bold Sir Rylas a-hunting went, aye and dan diddly dan. Bold Sir Rylas a-hunting went, killy coco Ann. Bold Sir Rylas a-hunting went, to kill some game was his intent. Aye and dan, dilly dan, killy coco Ann. He saw a wild woman sat in a tree, aye and dan dilly dan. He saw a wild woman sat in a tree, killy coco Ann. He saw a wild woman sat in a tree. Good Lord, what brings thee here, said she.
to see.
Killy, Coco, Ann.
What shall I do this wild boar to see? While wind thy horn and he'll come to thee.
As the beast, a jovial hunter, he put his horn unto his mouth.
Iron Dan dilly dan.
He put his horn unto his mouth. Killy, Coco, Ann. He put his horn unto his mouth and blew it east, north, west and south.
Iron Dan dilly dan.
Killy, Coco, Ann.
The wild boar heard him in his den.
Iron Dan dilly dan.
The wild boar heard him in his den.
Killy, Coco, Ann.
The wild boar heard him in his den, and out came with young ones 9 or 10.
Iron Dan
dilly dan.
Killy, Coco, Ann. When bold Sir Rylas this wild boar fell on.
Iron Dan dilly dan.
Then bold Sir Rylas this wild boar fell on.
Killy,
Coco, Ann. He fought him 3 hours by the day, till the wild boar fain would run away. Iron Dan
dilly dan.
Killy, Coco, Ann.
Now since thou hast killed my spotted pig.
Iron Dan dilly dan.
Now since thou hast killed my spotted pig.
Killy, Coco, Ann.
There are 3 things I shall have of thee. That's thy horse, thy hound, and thy fair lady.
As the beast, a jovial hunter. Now since I have killed thy spotted pig.